What are the most iconic deadline day transfers of all time? Let us know in the comments down below. We're going to put forward one each. Pippa, I turn to you. Probably for an Arsenal transfer and an iconic one for sure.
I feel like this was one of the most iconic deadline transfer days ever in recent times. I say recent times, it's been about 11 years now, but Mesut Ozil.
Still living there. Still in that space.
Mesut Ozil to Arsenal, unforgettable night. I just remember all the fans outside Emirates Stadium. That's the times where the fans were still there with the reporters outside and everyone going crazy in the background. And it was announced, I think, so late in the night time. And 42.5 million, which sounds like peanuts now when you think about it, but at the time was just like...
She said to the QPR fans.
No, yeah, sorry, it says to me, but like...
in 10 years.
But for that price, at that time, he was chasing Ozil, I remember that previous summer, and it just didn't work out. And to sign such a big player from such a majestic club as Real Madrid, it was just like, wow, Arsenal are really, finally... making movements in the transfer window.
Map. You were officially on the map.
Was
this around the time where they hadn't spent money?
Yeah.
They wouldn't sign a player.
It'd
just been Petr Cech one summer or something
remember
like that.
was it 40 million and £1 for Luis Suarez? It was around those times. Yeah.
Right.
By the way, that must be a fake story, man. Who was offering 40 million and £1? It's not right.
Just trying to get past the clause, weren't they, I guess? Definitely a great one. I think, the apex of deadline day reporters and those moments. I spoke to someone this week talking about this actually, and he said he was really young at the time, but he called his mate and said, I've never been this happy. Like, wow. I think since then he has been happier, we hope. Nubaid, who are you going for?
Gareth Bale. Moved from Spurs to Real Madrid. This is producer Tom in the back just said, we spent the money before we even had it on Dross, shall we say. Apart from Christian Eriksen.
You've got some good goals out of Lamella, Tom. Come on.
That Rabona against Arsenal, probably one of the best goals I've ever seen in the Premier League. But Gareth Bale came from Southampton to Spurs as a left back, and Harry Redknapp converted him into a left winger. He scored that hat trick against Inter Milan, and at that point you sort of knew there's a superstar in this guy. He goes to Real Madrid, the Galacticos, for an enormous fee for a British player, and you're thinking, how have Spurs got this fee? It's Daniel Levy doing what he does. And have Spurs managed to spend that money well enough? And honestly, at that time, I will put my hands on the same. Roberto Soldado, I was fighting your case, boy. And you flopped so badly. I was going, they don't need Bale. They've got Soldado. Yeah. Turns out they desperately did need Bale because they had a very, let's say, terrible time.
Funny one, wasn't it? Despite the 80 mil... Madrid won that one, didn't they? That was a better deal for Madrid in that 100%. One. I'm going to go for a little double here. Tevez and Mascherano to West Ham. Ooh. Sheffield United fans, you'll be screaming at me right now, and I apologise for that. There seem to be some misdemeanours in there when it comes to third-party ownership. Also, a bit of a weird one. First of all, Tevez just caught fire, which is such a weird thing as a fan of a team that sort of has battled with relegation and got relegated. But the times when you stay up and you just stop beating teams, Tevez beat Man United at Old Trafford last game of the season. I think David Unsworth missed a penalty for Sheffield United, which cost them survival. Might be getting that wrong. Doesn't matter. But the weird thing here is that missed out on one, really. Mascherano can get in the team. Makes his way to Liverpool, goes on to play for Barcelona, unbelievable career. And he could have been a legend at West Ham.
I want to say
Mark Noble's there.
They had Noble and someone else, and he was getting rotated in and out of right back, left back, and you could see they had a player there. But because Tevez was so good, I think they honestly went buy one get one free, and then they were like, which one to use the buy, which was the free? And Tevez, as you said, caught fire. I remember that United goal in game so well, and that celebration.
Yeah. Weirdly, who had in a word, who had a better career?
Tevez and Mascherano.
Tevez, because you got to just play golf for 3 years in between.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's a good debate, though.
We'll leave that to the comments. Okay, so out of our three, which one do you think was the best? And also, who had a better career, Tevez or Mascherano? Let us know.